आज हम लोग शुरू करेंगे यूनिट 6। तो जल्दी से रिवाइज कीजिए यूनिट 6 का इंट्रोडक्शन। इस यूनिट 6 में 4 चैप्टर्स हैं। रिप्रोडक्शन इन ऑर्गेनिजम्स, सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन इन फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स, ह्यूमन रिप्रोडक्शन एंड रिप्रोडक्टिव हेल्थ। चलिए रिवाइज कीजिए पंचानन महेश्वरी के लाइफ को। इससे पहले भी कुछ दिया गया है, उसको भी रिवाइज कीजिए। चलिए द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, डैश डैश इज इसेंस द स्टोरी ऑफ लाइफ ऑन अर्थ while individual organism die without fail, dash dash continue to live through millions of years unless threatened by dash dash or dash dash extinction. The next, dash dash becomes a vital process without which a species cannot survive for long. Each individual leaves its progeny by dash dash means. The next, sexual mode of reproduction enables creation of new variants so that dash dash is enhanced. The next, this unit examines the general principle underlying reproductive process in living organisms and then explains the details of this process in flowering plants and humans as easy to relate representative examples. A related perspective on human reproductive health and how reproductive ill health can be avoided is also presented to complete our understanding of biology of reproduction. Are you agree with it? The next, पंचानन महेश्वरी, जल्दी से रिवाइज कीजिए इनको। चलिए बताइए पंचानन महेश्वरी की लाइफ स्पान कितनी है? पंचानन महेश्वरी की लाइफ डैश डैश टू डैश डैश है। पंचानन महेश्वरी नवंबर में 1904 राजस्थान के किस जगह पे जन्म लिए थे और ये प्रोफेशनली क्या थे? जी हाँ, पंचानन महेश्वरी born in November 1904 in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Panchanan Maheshwari rose to become one of the most distinguished dash dash not only of India but of the entire world. He moved to Allahabad for higher education where he obtained his dash dash. During his college days he was inspired by Dr. dash dash, an American missionary teacher, to develop interest in dash dash and especially morphology. चलिए द नेक्स्ट, his teacher once expressed that if his student progressed ahead of him, it will give him a great satisfaction. These words encouraged dash dash to inquire what he could do for his teacher in return. The next, he worked on dash dash aspects and popularized the use of dash dash in taxonomy. The next, he established the Department of Botany, University of Delhi as an important center of research in dash dash. The next, he emphasized the need for initiation of work on dash dash of immature embryos. The next, these days tissue culture has become a landmark in science. His work on dash dash and intra-ovarian pollination on worldwide acclaim. The next, he was honored with Fellowship of dash dash, that is FRS, Indian National Science Academy, and several other institutions of excellence. The next, he encouraged general education and made a significant contribution to dash dash by his leadership in bringing out the very first textbook of biology for higher secondary school published by dash dash in 1964. चलिए दी नेक्स्ट घुस जाइए चैप्टर 1 में, यानी कि रिप्रोडक्शन इन ऑर्गेनिजम्स में। रिवाइज कीजिए 1.1 से एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन। चलिए द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, each and every organism can live only for a certain period of time. The period from birth to natural death of an organism represents its dash. The next, lifespan of dash dash are given in figure 1.1. Several other organisms are drawn for which you should find out their lifespans and write in the spaces provided. Examine the lifespan of organisms represented in the figure 1.1. Isn't it both interesting and intriguing to note that it may be as short as a few days or as long as few hundreds नहीं बल्कि thousands year. Between these two extremes are the lifespans of most other living organisms. You may note that lifespans of dash dash are not necessarily correlated with their sizes. The size of dash dash and dash dash are not very different at their lifespans, so a wide difference. The next, similarly, a mango tree has a much shorter lifespan as compared to dash dash tree. The next, whatever be the lifespan, death of every individual is a certainty. That is, no individual is immortal except dash dash. The next, why do we say there is no natural death in single-celled organisms? The next, given this reality, have you ever wondered how vast number of plants and animal species have existed on Earth for several thousands of years? The next, there must be some processes in living organisms that ensure this continuity. Yes, we are talking about dash dash, something that we take for granted. The next paragraph, रिवाइज कीजिए।
Dash dash is defined as biological process in which an organism gives rise to young ones, that is offspring similar to itself.
The next,
The offspring grow, mature, and in turn produce new dash dash. Thus, there is a cycle of birth, growth, and death. Reproduction enables the dash dash of the species, generation after generation. The next, you will study later in chapter 5, principle of inheritance and variation, how genetic variation is created and inherited during reproduction. चलिए बताइए, व्हाट इज द लाइफ स्पान ऑफ एलिफेंट? व्हाट इज द लाइफ स्पान ऑफ रोज? व्हाट इज द लाइफ स्पान ऑफ डॉग? व्हाट इज द लाइफ स्पान ऑफ बटरफ्लाई? व्हाट इज द लाइफ स्पान ऑफ क्रो? बताइए बनाना ट्री का लाइफ स्पान, काऊ का लाइफ स्पान, पैरोट का जीवन काल, क्रोकोडाइल का जीवन काल, हॉर्स का लाइफ स्पान, फ्रूट फ्लाई का लाइफ स्पान, राइस प्लांट का लाइफ स्पान, टॉर्टोइज का लाइफ स्पान, बनियान ट्री का लाइफ स्पान। जी हाँ, अप्रोक्सीमेट लाइफ स्पान्स बताइए ऑफ सेम ऑर्गेनिजम्स। अवे आर सम ऑर्गेनिजम्स। चलिए दिन नेक्स्ट, देयर इज अ लार्ज डाइवर्सिटी इन डैश डैश एंड ईच ऑर्गेनिज्म हैज इवॉल्व्ड इट्स ओन मैकेनिज्म टू मल्टीप्लाई एंड प्रोड्यूस डैश डैश। The next, the organism's habitat, its dash dash and dash dash other factors are collectively responsible for how it reproduces. The next, based on whether there is participation of one organism or two in the process of dash dash, it is of two types. When offspring is produced by a dash dash with or without the involvement of gamete formation, the reproduction is dash dash. The next, when two parents opposite sex participate in dash dash and also involve fusion of male and female gamete, it is called dash dash. जल्दी से रिवाइज कीजिए 1.1 इस सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन को। रिवाइज कर लिए, इसको नेक्स्ट डिस्कशन सीरीज में हम लोग ले लेंगे।